Welcome to an unboxing. Got an email from a website, craftabrew.com. It's a company. They have homebrew kits. They have fermentation vessels. The fermenter is called the Catalyst Fermentation System. And it's right here. Came in the mail the other day. I haven't opened it yet. And let's see what we got. Cool packaging. I love it. All the instructions on the outside. And the little handle that comes with it. That's so cool. And I have a whole thing on the front here. If anyone wants to read it, I'll just screen grab it right now. So they have a troop trap, which is sort of common for a lot of these conical fermenters. There's usually a little jar underneath that kind of captures all this stuff. Packaging's phenomenal. I mean, that's a huge sign. Oh, and they have, not only do they have a stopper for your airlock, it's silicone, which I love. The rubber stoppers, I feel like get a little bit of rubber taste sometimes, especially for aging stuff. Comes with the siphoning tube. That is actually pretty rad. There must be some installation because there's some screws here. This thing is elaborate. Okay, well, first off the bat, let me just say, I love this. Look at this. It's durable. It's not flimsy. It's like solid plastic. I love that. I hate flimsy plastic stuff. I love the big mouth bubblers, but those things are flimsy. I haven't used this in ages. Look at this. See, it's like, it's too flimsy. I mean, it's great and lightweight. This thing though, like you're not. And they have the volumes here. There's 6 gallons all the way to the top. There's 2 gallons right there. Fantastic. What I wasn't sure was would it come with a mason jar. That was kind of unclear when I read about it, but it does. Okay, so this goes on the bottom, and what's cool about it, there's an open and close. Screws on here. Man, I love the durability. This is like well-made plastic. Look at the bolts on there. This is not a cheap product. I mean, the price on it, I still have to look up, to be honest, but this is not flimsy by any means. None of this is. Lid. See how it seals. Whoa. I imagine, yeah, I think it's supposed to clamp over. Yeah, there we go. So this is the only sort of hard part so far. Oh, there it goes. Obviously, I won't be putting it onto its side when I do this. So yeah, those all clamp onto the side. It's a pretty good seal. It's about like a bucket, I'd imagine, maybe a little better. And it looks like to me, this is a number 6 stopper. Let me check it with my other 1 gallon one. Oh no, it's a little bigger. A 6 works, but it I can't get it out. Here's the one that came with it. It sticks out a bit more. So it's like a 6.5 in between like what you normally have to like a 1 gallon jug one. But the one for the 1 gallon jug does work on it. Just a little small. Number 7 stopper for your like 6 and 5 gallon carboys would work, but it's a little bit tight. Very, very easy instructions. It does come with some screws for the bottom. Comes with an Allen wrench. And these bottom legs, there's a smaller little out thing and a little bigger one there. Boop, fits right in. And these little screws go in there. You just tighten it all together. One in. Assembled. Got little pads on the bottom, which is nice. We got the top, which should fit in like so. Assembled. Alright, they sell this for $200. But using the amount of equipment I've used, this is one of those coolest durable things I've seen so far. There's a conical fermenter that does exist. You guys have all seen it. It's the one, it's like the white teardrop looking thing. I haven't used it, but I've heard pretty good things about it. This seems like it might be a little more durable and better than that. Your mason jar is here. All your yeast and stuff drops into here. or your trube, I should say. Collect it, reuse it. Siphoning tube, which is very standard, 1/4 inch, and you just open her up, boom, you got your beer right out of there. That is fantastic. This can be immensely useful for kegging. You can bottle right out of it. You know, you could just do your priming sugar right into the whole batch. That is a phenomenal feature. And the fact that it came with a tube is great. Usually it wouldn't. You just have to use your own. So let's measure the height of this, because the concern that I think most of us are going to have is, can we put this in a fermentation chamber that's going to fit with the height and width? Okay, got an airlock on there. Bottom to airlock, 32 inches. Just a hair over. To the bottom of this, 26 inches. Let's see how it fits into a 7 cubic foot chest freezer. Looks like this is going to be a bit of a problem for fermentation control. Let's see. It's very unfortunate. I won't be able to use this very often because where I live, I'm in a garage that doesn't have any air control. My chest freezers are temp controlled. This one's broken, but this one's temp controlled. So this obviously will not fit in there by any means. But, you know, maybe you could somehow, if you wanted to really fit it in there, take off the airlock. You know, you could do a blow-off tube potentially and see how that works. So that works. So instead of an airlock, you could do a blow-off tube. The problem is, once fermentation is done fermenting, you might have oxidation issues. So that's the only concern with doing a blow-off tube. But if it was within a certain time frame, you might be okay. And you obviously can maybe ferment it without the stand on the ground, without anything on the bottom. Or, better yet, screw one of these on, and somehow, if you're balancing it maybe against the chest freezer, you might be okay. So let's see how that works without the stand. So it does balance. Airlock just fits. So without the stand, you could make this work. Now, could 2 of these fit in here? Let's find that out. The diameter is 41 inches. 2 of these could not fit into a 7 cubic foot chest freezer. How about 1 and a big mouth bubbler? That fits. So you feasibly could put a carboy in here and this. So what I would do is I'd ferment in this, lift it up as gently as I possibly could onto the stand, like so, collect the yeast, and then bottle or keg from there using this. So that's my early issue with this, I would say, is the stand's a little too tall to fit into a 7 cubic foot chest freezer. If you don't have fermentation ambient air problems, this looks great so far. The other only knock I would give it is it's plastic. And even fermenting anything in plastic for a long period of time, for doing sours, for doing some sort of long aging, like a barley wine or something, it could get oxidized. And if you use Brettanomyces, Lactobacillus, anything plastic, personally, I don't use any bacteria or Brettanomyces, which is yeast, because that stuff it's too contaminating. If it was glass, it's a lot easier to clean. There's a lot less scratches into it. They're usually okay to use glass when it comes to using Brettanomyces or Lactobacillus or Pediococcus or anything else that's a bit can funkify or sour your beer. You know, you could take the risk, I guess, and maybe use this for some sort of Brettanomyces or other bacteria. I don't think I would do it just to be safe. So you're going to have to do clean beer in this, or have a dedicated one for your sour stuff and your funky stuff. The surface area on this is very large. It's larger than a bucket, is what it seems to me. I don't have a bucket at the moment, but it looks a little bit big for the surface area. I'm afraid for any sour, long contact stuff. Even if the seal on this is great, which it does look like, it really, really is good. I don't know. I'm just speculating on that. I will have to test this out. What I'm going to do is ferment something into this. I'll probably do a 2.5 gallon batch and just see just with that and how it goes. So this is the unboxing, but I want to give this a full test. Thank you for watching. And let's see what this puppy does. I mean, I'm curious to give it a go. So stay tuned for more videos.